A very good afternoon of all of second year students. Now today we will see the remaining part of the diuretics. One is remain now of the weak diuretics. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. Okay. Carbonic now this side. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. The carbonic anhydrase inhibitors. Now the carbonic anhydrase inhibitor is a weak diuretic. कौन सा ही है? Is a weak diuretics. Is a category belonging is to the weak diuretics. Okay. Now see how they are act. The carbonic anhydrase enzyme. Now see. With the help of the carbonic anhydrase water. With the help of carbonic anhydrase enzyme converts carbon dioxide to water into the carbonic acid Now this with the help of carbonic anhydrase enzyme converts with the help of carbonic anhydrase enzyme convert carbon dioxide and the water present here, and that should be converted into carbonic acid, and this carbonic acid ionization take place. Abhi now here is a carbonic acid is take place the ionization. It gives H plus and HCO3. It gives H plus and HCO3. That is carbonic anhydrase ionization take place, and after ionization take place it gives H plus and HCO3. Now this H plus is exchanged with an sodium reabsorption HCO3 and H plus ion in the proximal converter. This should be happen all this thing in the proximal convoluted tubules. Now ionization take place. Now this it provides means H ion plus for exchange with sodium promotes the reabsorption of HCO3 and H plus in proximal tubule and secretion of H plus ion in distal tubule and collecting duct. It's a mechanism action of carbonic anhydrase inhibitor enzymes is the weak diuretics. Now the example is the example of acetazolamide. Example, acetazolamide. How they act in the body? Acetazolamide, ethoxazolamide, these are the acetazolamide. Ethoxazolamide is a carbonic anhydrase enzyme. It's belonging to category of weak it's belonging to carbonic anhydrase enzyme inhibitors. Example is acetazolamide and ethoxazolamide is belonging to category of weak diuretics. कौन सा ये? Weak diuretics. The carbonic anhydrase enzyme convert in the proximal convoluted tubule carbon dioxide and the water gives carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide plus water into carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. Carbonic acid get ionization take place. It gives H plus and HCO3. And the H plus ion is exchanged with sodium. It promotes to reabsorption of H plus and HCO3 in the proximal convoluted tubules, and H ion, it should be the absorption take place distal convoluted tubule and collecting ducts. Okay. Inhibiting carbonic anhydrase increase the HCO3 excretion, and urine make alkaline in the pH. Simultaneously, potassium excretion is also increased. Simultaneously, potassium excretion is increased in the absence of H plus, more potassium is exchanged for sodium ion. Now here is the hydrogen ion. In the absence of hydrogen ion, the potassium ion is more exchanged by the sodium ions. Okay. Now this is the mechanism action of carbonic anhydrase. Inhibit carbonic anhydrase conversion of excretion take place is increase and urine make alkaline pH and increase the excretion of potassium. In the absence of hydrogen ion, potassium more exchange take place of sodium ion. Okay, now these are carbonic anhydrase enzymes. Thus, carbonic anhydrase act as diuretics. The group of that acetazolamide, ethoxazolamide, methoxazolamide and dichlorophenamide. The drugs are the group of that acetazolamide, ethoxazolamide, methoxazolamide and dichlorophenamide. Okay, these are commonly used. It is also used in the treatment of reduce the intraocular pressure. Okay, now these are the weak diuretics. Are you understand? Is most important. Always ask in the examination. Okay. Now the next. Moderately, next category of diuretics is moderately effective diuretics. Moderately effective diuretics the example of that moderately effective diuretic is benzothiazide or thiazide derivative. This having moderate effective diuretics. Now these are drug. These drug prevent the reabsorption of sodium and chloride. Iron at distal tubules, they also excrete the potassium ion, and potassium ion loss take place and cause the mild hypotension. The blood pressure should be the decrease due to their effect on sodium metabolism and the direct effect on blood vessel. See how the act. Now here is a moderately effective diuretic. It's a medium effective. Earlier you can see the weak diuretics, now is a moderate. उससे better than weak diuretic, better than the moderate effective. Example, thiazide derivative and the benzothiazide derivative, they are used. They are having the moderate effective diuretic activity. Okay. This drug preventing the reabsorption. Where is the reabsorption take place? Reabsorption of sodium and the chloride ion in loop of distill converted loop of Henle. Okay. Now what happened now? During that, water retained in the nephrons because osmotic power of sodium ion and the chloride ion. Now there take place the reabsorption. What is the benzothiazide derivative moderate active? They reabsorption or blocked by sodium and the chloride ions. Block the sodium and chloride reabsorption, where in the cortical dilating segment of loop of Henle and proximal section of distal convoluted tubule. Where is take place in the this reabsorption take place? Reabsorption of sodium and the chloride ion, it should be take place in where is dilating segment of the loop of Henle and distal convoluted tubules. This should be, here is take place there reabsorption of sodium and chloride ion. Now water retention, the water is retained in the nephron. नेफ्रॉन में वाटर रिटेन हो गया because the osmotic drawing power of sodium and chloride ion. Okay, the water is retained in the nephron. नेफ्रॉन में वाटर बढ़ जाएगा because osmotic power of sodium and the ion. The reabsorption and the water retention should be increased because of sodium and their reabsorption take place. These drugs do not alter the hypertonicity of renal medulla or reduce the capacity of the nephron to concentrate urine and collecting ducts. Now this drug, which drug? These thiazide, benzothiazide drug is moderate acting drug. This drug do not alter the hypertonicity. It not alter the hypertonicity of renal medulla or reduce the capacity of the nephron to concentrate urine in collecting ducts. And because of increase the sodium arrival in distal tubule and collecting duct, the more potassium is secreted in exchange, and this leads to hypokalemia. This leads to hypokalemia. Sometime question asks benzodiazepine along with the potassium chloride. Reason, benzothiazide along with the potassium chloride. Reason, write down. Now answer in front of you. See, the benzodiazepine drug do not alter hypotonicity of renal medulla. This not change the hypotonicity or reduce the capacity of nephron to concentrate urine in the collecting ducts because the increase the sodium arrival in sodium ion goes to directly the distal convoluted tubules and the collecting ducts, and the more excretion take place of potassium ion. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Sodium ion directly goes to the distal convoluted tubule and the collecting ducts, and then absorption secretion take place of पोटेशियम आयन इज एक्सचेंज, उसमें क्या होगा, पोटेशियम इज लॉस, दैट्स वाई दे कॉज द hypokalemia. Hypokalemia means potassium is lost, exchange ion take place, the potassium ion is lost, and that's why the benzodiazepine always administered along with the potassium chloride. They maintain the balance of the potassium ion, that the benzodiazepines and the moderately acting thiazides, they are directly affect excretion take place of the potassium take place, ion exchange, and then potassium loss take place, and the potassium loss is take place, and that which leads to the hypokalemia, potassium बहुत लॉस हो जाता, इसलिए उसको पोटेशियम क्लोराइड अलॉन्ग विद द एडमिनिस्टर करते हैं, पोटेशियम क्लोराइड अलॉन्ग विद एडमिनिस्टर्ड विद द बेंजोडाइजेपिन्स. ओके, नाउ दीज आर द moderately acting thiazides. Now prolonged use of that, which are the prolonged use of benzothiazides or thiazide cause hyperglycemia, means increase the presence of glucose in the blood, बढ़ जाता, and ग्लूकोयूरिया, यूरिन में भी ग्लूकोज बढ़ जाता. थायराइड यू कैन यूज प्रोलॉन्ग यूज ऑफ, that is a major disadvantage. Prolonged use of thiazide, they cause the hyperglycemia and glucosuria. The blood, ये ब्लड में ग्लूकोज बढ़ जाएगा और यूरिन में ग्लूकोज बढ़ जाएगा. दैट इज मेजर एडवर्स इफेक्ट. प्रोलॉन्ग यूज, डोंट यूज द कंटिन्यूस. प्रोलॉन्ग मीन्स कंटिन्यूसली यू कैन यूज, they cause disadvantage. Now example of that, chlorothiazide, hydrochlorothiazide, benzothiazide, polythiazide, these are the drug used as a moderately acting thiazides. Okay, the next most important, loop diuretics, commonly used. Loop diuretics, or is also called as very potent diuretic, very potent, most effective diuretics. Those always used in the many during the treatment of CVS is most commonly used, because this compound of group is shows highest efficacy and mainly act on ascending loop of Henle. That is, there this compound of this group have highest efficacy, they are most show potentiate, they show the most potential, that act as a diuretic, उसमें बहुत ताकत है, and they act as a very fast, rapid. This is also known as the very potent. Potent means most effective. That's why it's called, this compound of group have the highest efficacy and act in the ascending loop of Henle. Ascending, these are, see the structure of nephron, you know it. Then proximal convoluted ear tubules, then it goes to this loop of Henle is in the diameter. Okay, now this is the loop of Henle. Okay, और ये descending loop of Henle. Yeah, this is the loop of Henle. It should be the ascending that affected this part. That is a ascending loop of Henle. Most effective. Here is the reaction take place. The sodium and the chloride ion and they produce most effective. Then pass is the, then here is goes to the distal convoluted tubules and the collecting tubules. These are the loop of Henle, and this is the descending loop of Henle is act. Okay, they are also called as high ceiling or loop diuretics because they act in the loop of Henle. That's why it's called as a loop diuretics. Loop diuretics directly inhibits the loop. Diuretics inhibit active reabsorption of chloride ion and cause sodium and water loss. Is the most important. This group of compound have highest efficacy, most important. They show the efficacy. Drug interact with the receptor and they produce the maximum activity. They produce the desired effect. उसको बोलते हैं efficacy. And they mainly act in the where ascending loop of Henle. The loop of Henle is the ascending and the descending loop of. They are the two parts. They act in the ascending loop of Henle. And here is take place. The reabsorption of chloride ion take place, and the reabsorption of chloride ion take place, which cause directly net loss of sodium ion and the water take place. Is most important. That's why they are the highest efficacy and the high selling diuretics and the potent diuretics. Okay. They are inhibit the chloride ion reabsorption in the ascending loop of Henle in the renal medulla, and the sodium remain with the chloride in the tubular lumen, maintain the electric novels. Okay, now use loop of diuretics is commonly used in the treatment of the patient. Used in the treatment. Most important uses. It is used in the diuretics used in the treatment of CHF. Congestive heart failure along with the loop of diuretics is given. These are used to reduce the edema. Those are having the swelling in the patient. Edema, it should be in the renal impairment. The edema is caused by the renal impairment. These drug cause and they are used, उससे इनिमा बढ़ जाता है, that is severe enema not in the case of severe, बहुत ज़्यादा, because of the renal impairment. Then loop diuretics are used. It is used in treatment of hypertension. Next should be it is used in treatment of hypertensions. Okay, thank you. Most important.